Lesson 8. How can we reduce the risks from tectonic hazards? How can monitoring and prediction reduce the risk of tectonic hazards? Scientists can monitor volcanoes with a range of different tools and equipment. These include using remote sensing, where satellites can detect heat patterns of volcanoes as well as any potential changes to their shape. Using seismographs, scientists can record the frequency of earthquakes. Gas can be measured using various instruments, and water samples can be taken to detect the changing chemistry of the volcanic area. Scientists can also use laser beams to check for ground deformation, as changes in gravity as magma begins to rise to the surface. While scientists are able to take reasonable measurements on volcanoes and suggest possibilities of eruption, this is not the case with earthquakes. There are currently no reliable methods or techniques to monitor or predict earthquakes. So how can protection reduce the risk of tectonic hazards? Many buildings in Japan are earthquake proof. They are built with deep foundations to prevent collapse. Alongside this, buildings are built with strong steel frames, which is also flexible so it doesn't crack. Strong double glazed windows stopping broken glass from falling down. Shock absorbers built into cross braces. Rolling weights on the roofs are placed to counteract shock waves. Volcanic eruptions, on the other hand, can have a very large explosivity and can affect a much wider area. Often, little can be done besides evacuating residents. At Mount Etna in Italy, authorities have used embankments and explosives to divert the flow of lava. So how can planning reduce the risk of tectonic hazards? There are earthquake drills in Japan annually. Emergency services practice rescuing people. Alongside this, people keep emergency kits at home containing water, food, a torch and a radio. Recently, developments have also included the production of hazard maps, which show areas which are at most risk from eruptions. Historical data can also be used to some extent to predict some earthquakes and eruptions, although in reality, there has been no definite correlation found. Hazard maps in earthquake regions provide a useful insight into what can be done to protect the most vital elements of a town or a city. In conclusion, management is the key to survival in these seemingly inescapable natural disasters. Despite the level of risk that is imposed on these tectonic hazard places, people tend to live near them because it provides them a livelihood.